What's up, man? Boxing Como, just about to give you my prediction on the Marvin Sansona versus Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. fight. Marvin Sansona being from the Philippines and young and up and coming storm, being compared to Manny Pacquiao. Wilfredo Vazquez Jr., the son of Wilfredo Vazquez Sr., the guy past champion in his days at the same weight class, I believe, 122. And if they're going to be making history, supposedly, this is what I've read, if they win this fight, it's going to be actually, which I didn't know, the first time you've had a father, past world champion as a professional boxer, and son, Wilfredo Vazquez Jr., on the verge of becoming a world champion. I never knew that really didn't never happen. You know, because, example, you have the Mayweathers, Mayweather Sr., Mayweather's son, you have Felix Trinidad, his father was a boxer. You have Buddy McBurt, you know, he was a past boxer, now his son is boxer. His son is a boxer now as a professional. And it's funny because I'm naming these names and I'm thinking these are all been, they've been trainers. And if and you're looking at Wilfredo Vazquez, his father is also the trainer of the son, Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. Anyway, Sansona, he would be making it would be making history to a certain point. Not making history, but this will catapult him into like big time fame. He's already won, and in his young career, he's already won a belt versus another Boricua, Carita Lopez, and now he's on the verge of also probably winning another belt over another Boricua in the 122-pound division. So it's kind of, to a certain point, become a rivalry between Boricua boxers and Filipino boxers. It's funny, but you know, it's starting to look that way. And at the same time, man, Sansona has already started some static by saying that the Filipino boxers, up-and-coming boxers, that are just a lot or way better than the Boricua boxers. I know it comes from part of ignorance. You know, he's young. You know, he's arrogant. He's probably saying that to hype up the fight. I don't think those type of comments should be made, but he is a young dude, you know, so we got to forgive him for that. I actually like the way he fights. He has a great style, very flashy. It's ironic. If he does defeat Wilfredo Vazquez Jr., this fight will be taking place in Puerto Rico, in the Coliseo Coliseum of Rubén Rodriguez in Bayamón. Carita Lopez fought over a Filipino fighter, which I don't remember his name, but I did a video way past a couple months back. It's somewhere on this page, Boxing Como, on my other page, Franzen. Anyway, Carita Lopez won his belt over another Filipino fighter at the age of 36 in that same Coliseum. Then he lost to Marvin Sansona at 116. Marvin Sansona is moving up to 122 now. He's going to fight Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. in that same Coliseum. It's kind of ironic, right? It sounds strange. In that same Coliseum, Rubén Rodriguez Coliseum in Puerto Rico, Bayamón. Anyway, it's my prediction on this fight. When I saw his fight versus, I've only seen one fight. I can only give you my prediction off of one fight that I saw of Marvin Sansona. But what I saw in that weight class is that he's not like an ultimate power puncher, but he does have pop in that you know, he does have pop in those hands, and he has certain power. But that was at 116. You know, his body doubled up. Now he's fighting at 122, so he's probably stronger. He probably could hit harder. But anyway, from what I saw in that fight, that he has some trouble when the fighter is fighting in the inside. On the outside, this kid has long arms, so he has great reach. He can fight very good on the outside. But when Carita Lopez was getting inside, he was having a lot of trouble. And Wilfredo Vazquez Jr., man, I've seen him fight in the inside, and he does very good. He hits hard. You know, dude has a big heart. Man, this fight is going to be fire, man. This fight is going to be dynamite. I mean, it's going to be a very good fight without all the mega status and all the fuss and all the negotiations and the millions and millions of dollars, man. This is going to be a fight. Two kids in their prime. It's going to be a very good fight. And my prediction is, man, before I say my prediction, I got to say, I think that the Marvin Sansona camp has made a mistake by taking this fight. Why I say this? It's not because of, you know, I'm not saying this because of Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. being from Puerto Rico, and I'm not saying it because of that. It's because, like, if you see in the past, like right now, I'll talk to you about, I'm a big fan of, what's his name, damn, I'm a fan of this kid. He's fighting at 140. Victor Ortiz, young enough becoming superstar, man, very charismatic. His fight before this fight that he just had, his comeback fight, he had a fight in his hometown. He sold out the stadium, man. This kid, man, he has star power, man. It's just, you can see it in him. But he's 22. He's undefeated. He has that type of very aggressive power punching style that everybody likes. But they throw him in there with a 25-year-old fighter from Argentinian who has like 20-something fights, all by knockout, has one loss, and it was controversial. So you're thinking, what? Why? You know, the matchmaking from the behalf of De La Hoya camp with Victor Ortiz and that Argentinian fighter was just bad, you know, very bad. And when I heard it, you know, I'm seeing the record of the other guy, I'm like, whoa, was this a safe fight? And I'm not saying keep your fighters safe. I'm just saying that, you know, you kind of have to develop your boxer to then throw them in there with guys that are power punchers, that are good boxers. And y'all saw what happened to Victor Ortiz. He lost the fight, you know, and you can tell watching the fight. You can literally tell that he lost because of lack of experience. So it could either turn out good, or it could turn out great, or it could turn out very bad. Because I'll give you another example of Felix Trinidad being a 20-year-old fighter, young, very young, and he threw him in there with the monster legend called Campas. Y'all remember Campas? Campas, the Mexican legend. This guy at that moment, he had 50-something fights. I don't know how many knockouts, undefeated, and they throw a young, little, skinny Felix Tito Trinidad from Cubay, Puerto Rico, and people must be thinking, like, you know, who the matchmakers must be nuts. They're gonna kill little Trinidad, man. He's a kid, and they're throwing him in there with a man with 50-something fights, undefeated. But you know what happened? Trinidad almost ripped Campas' head off. First loss for Campas. Campas is still fighting. So that alone tells you the incredible athleticism and the capacity, and just how great of a fighter Campas is to be at the age and way over the hill and still fighting. So you can imagine him when he was a young dude. He was a monster. This dude was a beast. And Trinidad beat this guy by a spectacular knockout when Trinidad was 20 and in the very young stages of his career. So this could be very good for Marvin Sansona, or it could be very bad. It's just, you know, there's only two ways I can see this for Marvin Sansona. But my prediction is I like both fighters. May the best man win. But I think that Wilfredo Vazquez Sr. being more, you know, he's 25 years old. He has physically, he's a man. He's strong. He has great power. And he does fight very good in the inside. And I think that's the kind of the ability, just the weak point of Marvin Sansona. So I think Wilfredo Vazquez fighting in the inside, he's going to make for a very good fight. And I believe Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. will win this fight by decision, by knockout. I think he will win this fight, but may the best man win. And remember, Wilfredo Vazquez does make history. We already have the youngest fighter ever to become a professional. I think it was Benitez at the age of 17, something that would never be broken, because now you have to be over 18 years of age to become a professional. So we have a couple little things in history here from the island of Puerto Rico, which we love boxing a lot, which we produce a lot of great fighters, and it would be awesome, you know, just to have something else on the record. I support Vazquez, but at the same time, I'm a big fan of sport, so I'm not a biased analyst or whatever. I'm just a common fan, just like speaking my mind and giving my opinion like everybody else. So, you know, but I do tell you, man, you gotta watch this fight. The thing is, it sucks, man. It's pay-per-view. Two young cats in the fight is pay-per-view already. But, you know, I'm going to have to go watch this fight. I'm not going to pay for it, but I'm going to try to watch it because I know it's going to be a good fight. Thank you, man, and I'm going to get you soon that Juan Manuel Lopez prediction versus Lubano, I believe his last name is. I got to give you that on the next video, man. Peace.